Hola, Amir Magarza. You're watching the Edinburg Cable Network. Today we welcome to our studio members of the UTPA Golf Team and their coach. Thank you so much for being with us. If you can, please introduce yourselves.
Thank you. My name is Josh Fosdick. I'm the second-year head coach of the program.
I'm Ricky Solis. I'm a sophomore on the team.
I'm Austin Hinchy, and I'm a freshman on the team this year.
Well, welcome. Let's talk a little bit about the team and the program itself. UTPA has a team.
Right. Yeah. They've had a program for many years. A very successful program in the '90s. Like most programs, it has its ups and downs, and coaching changes, and things shift, and recruits change, and so. We're in an exciting time right now, obviously, for UTPA with what's going on with the name change and our athletic programs joining the WAC conference. So we're definitely in a up-and-coming kind of mode there at the school now. So it's good.
And
good
what is all that? The change, the merger, and now it's a bigger university. What does it mean to a program such as yours?
Well, for us, it's more exposure nationally. The Western Athletic Conference, most of the teams are going to be located out of state, so that enables our teams to travel, California, Arizona, Chicago, Idaho, Seattle. Those programs allow us to go around and kind of get the name of the university out into a region of the United States that wouldn't maybe even know that we existed, before. So. For these guys, it's a great opportunity because they get to go see places around the country that they wouldn't normally get to, experience golf in different environments, and so for us, and I think all the athletic teams, just the notoriety of a Western Athletic Conference, Austin being from Wyoming, and I grew up in Wyoming as well, that we grew up with that conference. That name is pretty synonymous in Wyoming, and so everything west of here. That's a very common name, so it's an exciting time for us because of that.
How big is the program?
Our golf program? Mm-hmm. I would say we're kind of middle tier is the way I would describe it. There's always room for improvement. There's always you always wish you had a bigger budget. You always wish you fundraised a little bit better. But I would
that
call
goes
us,
with just about everything.
It goes with every program. Yeah, no, even the top programs are trying to do all those things a little bit better. So I would say we're middle tier right now. We're trying to break inside. We want to be inside the top 150 in the world.
Well, that'd be good too.
That would be bad.
Boy, that's a lot of pressure, guys.
Okay,
yeah, we want to be one of those top 150 programs, top 100 programs. It's competition and quality like that enables us to win conference championships and make it to a national championship, and I think that's the end goal is move beyond maybe just trying to represent by winning conference championships and start trying to get our name known nationally by making it into those national championship events.
How many teams do you have, and is it boys, girls, men, women?
Yes, we have two programs. We have a men's and a women's program. In the past, there had been one coach for both programs. And starting 2 years ago, they split that, and we now have a women's coach and a men's coach. So that frees us up to devote more time to just recruiting for our programs, fundraising for our programs, and I think the stress level for the one coach is much higher than what we have to deal with right now. So I don't know how I would coach two teams. So I'm glad I just have the men. Or split
yourself up and both of them are playing at the same time.
Yeah, there's a lot that you have to do behind the scenes that would get neglected while you're trying to pay attention to the team.
And these are two of your players. We have one from the Rio Grande Valley and one out-of-towner.
Yes, sir.
Well, now you're from here too.
Well,
so.
I am. Yeah,
yeah,
now I am. That's right.
We've accepted you. So, tell me about your experience.
I've had a good experience playing different courses. I usually play all these valley courses, and I finally got to travel and see different courses, and it's a lot different. It's a lot greener. Over here it's drier, a lot of wind, and I'm excited for everything.
And what got you into golf?
My dad. I played when I was a little kid and just followed him, and he taught me the game and started getting some lessons and played in high school, and now I'm here at UTPA.
Where'd you go to school?
McAllen High School.
Okay. So you were in the golf program there.
Yes.
And that's something that we're seeing now more, is it not? High schools, even some junior highs that are now offering as a PE course.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's mostly thanks to Tiger Woods. I mean, when I played golf in high school, you were still kind of a geek and a nerd and semi-athletic, but not really an athlete. And when he kind of burst onto the scene, that really changed the thought process and the dynamic, and suddenly golf became cool, and athletes, kids that might have played baseball or might have been basketball players, found themselves playing golf more often. So Ricky was an outstanding baseball player in high school, and now he's playing collegiate golf, and he easily probably could have played collegiate baseball. And so it's those kinds of kids that are coming on the scene now, and part of that is the high schools are embracing it as a legitimate sport and not just a club, and that is a huge effect when it trickles down and you have middle school programs starting up too.
And they're seeing that it's more attainable. It used to be, considered a game that only, the affluent, the rich people could play, and now, it's available for everybody.
Sure. Yeah, you definitely getting more, like the city parks and rec programs are getting more involved with doing junior camps and junior clinics in conjunction with their local, municipal, like a Los Lagos, using the staff there to help the kids that, like you said, might not have access, might not have the equipment, and you get golf courses who are donating that time and those equipments to let those kids get that experience.
And really, you can go out and play for less money, a whole game with a cart, less money than when you go out to eat and maybe a movie.
Right.
So,
That's the truth.
and here you're getting a little bit of exercise.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Your experiences, and then coming from Wyoming to UTPA, the Rio Grande Valley.
Yes.
That must be some kind of culture shock if you'd never been here before.
It definitely was, but also it was exactly what I was looking for. I mean, in Wyoming, we get maybe 3 months of golf a year, good golf. I mean, there's a month where we have a little bit of snow and kind of a spring, I guess you would call it. But for me, the draw was really the weather, because it's just so nice down here all the time. We get cold spells here, that last a day, but, where I'm from, it's months. So this was really perfect for me, because I could practice all the time, play all the time, and really try and get better, and I've got the resources to do it now. So that was the draw for me.
And not to put you on the spot, but what do you think?
I think it's awesome. Honestly, I love it. I wouldn't trade where I am for anything. It's everything I could have asked for. It's everything I was looking for, and that's why I decided to come here. It was perfect, and it was a good fit for me, and I'm happy to be here. Before
you came and committed to UTPA, was there word that UTPA may be going through a change, and or was that prior to?
I didn't know that at first, but when I got down here and got more involved with it, and actually was learning more about the school and the team, I did hear about that. And at first I was doing my search, so I wasn't really too much into anything. But when I actually committed and made my decision, and then I started learning about the school, I did learn that, and that excited me, because obviously if it's growing, that's got to be a step in the right direction. There's nothing wrong with growth. It's got to be a good thing. So I thought that was going to be very good.
Good. And now we're going to be bigger, we're going to be better. No pressure on you guys. You just got to get the championship or
That's
whatever
right.
the title is. No pressure.
No,
Right.
No
None
pressure.
At all. None at all.
Something that also I want to talk to you about is scholarships. Scholarships are available for many different areas, academic, there's sports, but also for golf.
Right. That's one of the first questions I was getting asked when I got hired by a lot of programs was, are you guys fully funded? Which a fully funded golf program has 4.5 scholarships to give out, or in any kind of increments across the board for their whole team. So
how many people on the team?
We have a team of 8.
8, okay.
So you can see not everybody can get the full scholarship, and so that's the kind of the nuance of recruiting, is trying to find the right kids for the right scholarship percentage. Austin was tremendous academically in high school and was awarded some academic aid from UTPA, so he made it very easy on me by not requiring a lot of athletic scholarship. He was able to get academic scholarship, but then you're also going to have those kids that are really, really good players that you need to go get, who maybe aren't meeting the academics and need a little bit more aid, or are not in a financial position to pay as much as they need to, and so they need a little bit more aid. But every program in the nation that's fully funded only has those 4.5. So UTPA is no different than Baylor or UT Austin or Texas A&M in the fact that we have the same amount of scholarship available as all those programs. We just have to find creative ways to use it.
And that money that you use for scholarships, do you have to raise that?
No, that's part of our athletic budget.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you still would love to fundraise, find somebody who wants to endow a scholarship or something like that. So that what that does is that just opens up money from your budget to be used towards something else, whether it be recruiting or it be travel. With us joining the WAC, that's a lot more plane tickets as opposed to van trips. So,
Right.
so you have that kind of, you would love for someone to come along and endow a scholarship in somebody's name and free up a little bit of those funds for something like that. But in the meantime, while you're trying to develop those relationships, the athletic budget covers, the scholarships and the airline and the travel and stuff like that.
But not everything, which is where we're at right now. And I mean, you're going to be holding a fundraiser here pretty soon.
Correct. Yeah, we have, the city of Edinburg kind of helps partner with UTPA with the Hall of Fame week that we host, and the Hall of Fame weekend is the second weekend of February, I think, the 15th and 16th. So. Because this was our first attempt at a major fundraising golf tournament, we asked to have it the Friday before. So on February 14th, unfortunately Valentine's Day, we'll be having our fundraiser in conjunction with the Alumni Hall of Fame weekend that's going to be going on campus. So it's going to be out at Los Lagos, be a shotgun, 11 o'clock start. But we're trying to do it in a fashion where everybody enjoys themselves. They feel like they've walked away, getting to know these guys in the program a little bit better, getting an idea of what our vision is for where we're trying to take the program, why it is we have to fundraise, what are the needs, how do we compare with schools like Rice and Houston and UTSA and
Well,
Texas
there's no comparison.
State.
We're better.
That's right.
Absolutely.
We just need some more people to buy into that. But yeah, we have that going on for anybody who's interested. They can email me or call me in my office. All my information's on the website. The brochure is on our website at utpabronx.com.
Well, why don't you give us that phone number and you gave the website, but maybe a phone number for people to call you?
Sure. I use my cell phone mostly, so.
Well, maybe we let's give out
let's give out my email address instead.
Or let's give out the golf course as well.
I can give you the main office number is 956 665. Is that right? Campus numbers? Oh yeah,
They've changed.
665 2221. So that's the main athletic department office, and they can transfer to my office from there. And then, obviously my email address is fosdickjm@utpa.edu. So any questions, phone calls, people can feel free to ask. And Los Lagos Golf Club is where we're hosting it. So they can call out there and talk to Eddie Anderson, the head professional, and he can give information as well.
And that number is 316-0444, if I remember correctly.
That's probably
Well,
right.
yeah, 316-0444.
iPhones have made us less smart.
That's true. And then you've got everything programmed in your phone, and you just
That's
kind of
right,
hit
yeah.
it, and it goes.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what is the charge for people who want to come out and play?
The charge per player is $250. Most people choke that down when I first say it, but the idea is, for one, we're going to give them plenty of value for that during the tournament. But the idea is that we are trying to fundraise. We have some specific items that we're trying to raise money for that will help these guys kind of get to the next level in their game. There's some items that we think that the public will see on a daily basis when they come to the golf course. They would see their dollars in action. Mm-hmm. I know the typical mindset of golf tournaments down here has been sponsorships, companies or businesses sponsoring teams.
Right.
I'm actually pushing participation. I think it's easy if I'm a business owner to maybe write that check for $1,000, find a team that I'll sponsor, but I'd much rather the gentleman who's spending the money come meet my team, get to know me, get to know them, and see where his value is, see where his dollars are going, and form some relationships. Austin's a freshman and Ricky's a sophomore. There's 3 and 4 years these guys are going to be on campus that they could form these relationships. obviously it's great for business, but it's great for these guys too to develop some business relationships that they can use hopefully when they graduate.
Very good. Okay, and that's July 14th.
February 14th.
February 14th,
Yes.
Valentine's Day, and
Starts at 11 a.m. We hope to get everyone out of there by 4 so they can go get cleaned up and take their spouse out to dinner that night, if so be it. I know there's some things on campus that evening as well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get them in, feed them, let them play a little golf, have some fun, feed them again, and get them out the door.
Yeah. Ricky, before we run out of time, talk to me a little bit about where you all play. Where do you have your, when you're competing, where do you all go?
Just depends.
When you're here at home, do you have home games? Do you have?
We have qualifying, but we qualify pretty much in McAllen Country Club, Los Lagos, Harlingen, and Palmview. But that's where we qualified for the top 5 to go to the tournaments and stuff.
And then to get some practice, where do you all do that?
Los Lagos. Los Lagos are home
okay.
course.
So you don't have it on campus per se?
No.
Okay.
That's the dream, though. That's the dream
If only.
facility.
Los Lagos is, right down the
Yeah.
street, and, and we've got Ebony as well, so there's plenty of a place where you all can go and
Absolutely.
get some tea time. Is that what it's called? And I don't mean tea time drinking tea, but
Yeah, that's perfect.
you can get some practice, hit some balls out there. All right, so what do you think of UTPA?
UTPA is great. I mean, the environment's fun. There's always something going on. It's never a dull moment. And, the school is big, but you don't necessarily feel that on campus, which I think is kind of nice, because some of those big schools you can be lost within the program or lost within the system. And I don't feel like that's the way it is at UTPA, because the class sizes are still fairly small mostly. And so you get a lot of one-on-one time, and you get, group work with maybe 3 or 4 classmates. And I just think it's a very fun environment. It's a good environment to be in, and it's a good place.
I'm going to have you talk to my daughter, who is a junior in high school and is thinking UTSA, and I'm thinking UTPA, but she's going to have to talk to you. What do you say to kids that are out there, high school kids, junior high kids that are, maybe thinking of trying out golf, but, not sure?
Keep trying. Give it their all. That's what I did, and see where it takes
Is it
them
hard?
from there. Takes them a lot of hard work and practice, but a lot of practice and stuff will get them going.
Is it fun?
Yeah,
Your
a lot
coach,
of fun.
Coach mentioned you also were really good at baseball. What won you out? I mean, what was the deciding factor?
I don't know. It just went with one. I picked golf, and see, now I'm here. Now I didn't think I had a chance in baseball, and it was a bigger team, and I thought golf had a better chance, and so I just went with golf.
No regrets.
No regrets.
And he's doing okay?
He's doing great. Yeah, he actually won an event in the fall up in Chicago. He won our first event of the school year this year. So I'm real proud of him. He's got a lot of work ethic and a lot of determination that I think he brings from baseball. He brings that really competitive nature that you have to have in that sport to a sport that's really individualistic, but yet we play it within a team atmosphere. So he doesn't like to get beat by the guys, and I hope that they try to beat him as much as he's trying to beat them. So
competition.
That friendly competition, yeah, keeps everybody improving.
And this is kind of maybe it evens out because size doesn't matter. In football, you've got to be a certain size. Basketball, you've got to be a certain height. In baseball as well. But here, it's kind of like it's you. Your club, the ball, and what you bring to it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's you versus an inanimate object of the golf course. It doesn't move. The wind blows across it, but that's what matters. And so, yeah, whether you're 5'6" or 6'5", I mean, the bottom line is how fast can you get the ball in the hole. So, if you're 5'6" and can do it in 67 shots, please call me and we'll find a spot on the team for you.
Guys, one of you is going to be sitting out. Well, maybe not. To find out more about your program, what do people do?
The easiest way is to go to the website, utpabronx.com. Under sports, just men's golf, and click on that. That's got everything that you need to know from our roster to the bios of the guys. You can click on it for the media guide. You can click on it for a recruit questionnaire. You can like I said, you can click on the brochure for the Pro-Am as well. So anything that's happening with us will be posted on there. And then, obviously, for your general questions, you would just go to the utpa.edu and find out more about the school.
Very good. Now, Ricky, you went to McAllen High School, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it's going to be like Austin. You're an Edinburghite now, so we'll forgive you for going to McAllen. That's okay. You're one of us now. Well, good luck on the 14th, and good luck through the season. Your season runs from when to when?
All year.
It's all
All
year,
year?
actually. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of it gets split. We start in the fall. We start September 1, and we'll run up to about Thanksgiving break, and then they get December, January off. And we actually started this Monday was our first start back. So our season gets split into two different parts, but only because they have a certain number of competitive days that we can have. So you might play 4 events in the fall and 6 in the spring, or you might play 5 and 5 or 4 and 7, depending on what you're able to do with your days and when you play them. So we have 6 events this spring. Our first one we will actually leave for our first one the day after the fundraiser. So it'll be a nice little relaxing day at the golf course, and then we'll hop on the van and head up to Houston for the Rice Intercollegiate. So
There you go. And what do you all win? Do you win trophies? Do you win banners?
trophies.
Trophies.
Mainly, yeah.
Maybe little flags? I don't know.
I don't know. they win a day off if they win.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
You heard it here.
That's right.
Day
That's
off.
right. No more proof.
All right. Anything that you'd like to add?
Just maybe on the basis of the fundraiser, we'd really love to have people come out and support us, and we'd love to get to know people, get involved with the community, and also with UTPA. It's a great school, and happy to be here.
Ricky?
Uh,
Come out and support us.
come out and support us, please.
Yeah,
Coach.
thank you. Yeah, I mean, support it. I mean, any way people can support us, even if it's not through the fundraiser, just coming out, introducing yourself, saying hi to us when you see us out practicing. We're always there with the green bags and the green polos and the Bronc logos. So I just encourage people to come over and say hello and introduce themselves and get to know these guys. A great bunch of guys. You'd be honored to meet them.
Very good. Well, good luck to you all, and thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for coming by
Thank you.
and sharing with us.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Thanks for your time.
And thank you for watching the Edinburg Cable Network. I'm Irma Garza.